Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka nabudu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ittina sirata mustaqim. Sirata ladaina an anta alayhim. Gairil magdubi alayhim. Waradalin. Amen. This message is for the Sacred Society and whoever else is in our network tapping in. May Allah grant us clarity, conviction, and courage. Amen. All right, y'all. So today I have a command for you. Never play chess with a pigeon. All right. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not. All right. So you know how we get started. We do what is called word alchemy. We take the title of whatever we're talking about and we break it down, we define it, we look at the etymology so we can have deep understanding of the words we're using. The first word in the title is never, not the absence of action. Never is a declaration, all right? It's a boundary drawn with knowledge, with intellect. You say never when you have seen what chaos does and you've chosen not to become it. It's smart. Never is the line that protects the sacred, okay? So never, next is play. Play comes from the Latin word Pigeon. That means to engage, to move inside agreed upon structure. Follow me? Now, to play is to accept rules that make the game possible. Stay with me now. When you play, that means you honor the frame of whoever you're playing with. Without the frame, there is no game. It's just a bunch of chaos, just noise. Okay, so we have never, we have play. Now, chess. Chess is derived from the Persian word shah, or king. What chess really is, y'all, delayed gratification in a place that you can see, right? Every move opens doors and closes others. Chess demands you to think before you act. Chess is so beautiful, y'all. Chess, what it really is order that you impose on the conflict. Chess is the refusal to react until you've considered exactly what to do. The next word is with. Well, what does with mean? Why is that important? With means alongside, in direct engagement, breathing the same air, occupying the same space. That means you are both in the same arena, same space, all right? Now, never play chess with a pigeon. A pigeon is a creature that exists only in the right now, only in the present moment. A pigeon has no capacity for delay. A pigeon has no ability to think of an abstract thought or concept. The pigeon responds to what it feels right now and only with the tools that it possesses. Now, when the pigeon knocks the piece over, it's not choosing chaos. It's just being what it is, a pigeon. That pigeon is actually innocent. It's innocent in its own ignorance and limitation. Now, let's tie it all together. Never play chess with a pigeon. Once you recognize somebody has abandoned human reasoning and they've chosen immediate reaction, face a very, very important decision. Do you stay in the game or do you abandon yours to match theirs? The teaching lives in what comes next, because the moment that you leave the board to match the pigeon, you fucked up. You lost. And not to them, that's irrelevant. You lost to yourself. So y'all can really understand what I'm talking about. I need to define what chess is and what it really costs, right? Chess should be a standard. It's not a game on a board. Chess is just like a metaphor to how you show up. Chess is your word when the truth costs you. Chess is your refusal to lie, even when bent language will protect you or it seems like it protects you. Chess is your commitment to structure when chaos is easier, and it's always easier. Chess is the discipline to think before you speak. Now, chess is also just the willingness to feel anger. It's okay, but you choose your response. You don't react. Chess is the capacity to hold something in your mind, something that it just don't really exist yet, and you adjust your behavior based on the future possibility. When I say a man plays chess, I mean this. This man has trained himself for delayed gratification. This man can sit in discomfort and not move. This man can abstract. This man can hold time in his consciousness. This man can review his own mistakes and correct them. This man can also regulate his own nervous system. Now, all of that training, it comes at a cost. And to play chess, you must abandon immediate satisfaction. You must override your impulses. You must sit with your feelings and not act on them. You must begin to live like partially in your mind. That's metacognition. Your calculations that only exist as symbols, you got to recognize them and be able to manipulate them in your head. You must trust in the rewards that are abstract, that come later. You have to build internal discipline like a muscle over and over and over again. A lot of guys, they begin to play chess because they see the power of chess, right? Now, a man that plays chess wins not by destroying the board. A man that plays chess wins by precision, by being a sniper, by having legit, precise strategies, by seeing further ahead than his opponent. That's how you win. Now, you gotta make sacrifices for now for greater gains later. The real winner is he who can hold his composure when the chaos is pressing him. Gotta hold out, don't sell. When you've been training chess for a long time, you are abstracted from the present moment. You are living in the mind. You're not fully alive in sensation. And when somebody that's near you, when they abandon chess entirely, when somebody chooses immediate reaction over delayed strategy, you feel that pull towards their aliveness, how alive they are. You feel a pull towards their presence. You know, it's a strange feeling, right? You know what's over there? What's over there is immediate sensation. And you ain't gotta wait for a future that only exists in your mind. That pull is real. However, let me tell you what separates a man from a pigeon. A man can feel that pull and refuse it. Strong man. A man can watch and observe somebody just abandon chess, but he will stay in chess anyway. You see, that requires the kind of discipline that most people just don't understand. Because staying in chess when someone is playing pigeon makes you look slower. It makes you look like you're getting beat. They might be flashing on you. You ain't gonna respond? You ain't gonna say nothing? They crashing out on you. It literally makes you look like you're losing because the person playing pigeon is loud. Think about playing chess with a pigeon. They're loud, it's fast, it's erratic. That pigeon or that person is completely immersed and embodied. They're present. There's somewhat of an allure to that. And you quiet. It's kind of boring. But why are you so quiet? Because you're a thinker. You're thinking. You are building something that they cannot see. And the question becomes this: can you trust your game is stronger than their chaos? I'm gonna answer that for you. Yes, but that's only if you never leave the board. You gotta stay in chess. Keep playing chess. Think about it like this, y'all. Chess is signal and pigeon is noise. We moving in regards to signal and noise, right? Signal is information that's organized by law, by discipline, right? Noise is random bullshit without a pattern. Now in physics, we already know this. Signal carries meaning across distance, and noise degrades the message. Now, he who is playing chess is transmitting a clear, powerful signal. Your words mean what they say. They have weight to them. Your actions follow your words. Your behavior is predictable because it's governed by principle, and people trust that. Now, when someone plays pigeon, they're generating noise. Their words does not match their actions. Their behavior is erratic. It's all over the place because it's governed by impulse. So there's no governance at all. They're not playing to win. They're just playing to disrupt. You have to be mindful of this. Why? Because there's a trap. If you, a rational-minded person, try to communicate with noise, your signal is gone. It failed. And it's not because you have a weak signal, but it's because noise does not process signal. Noise only understands noise. So the choice becomes crystal clear. You lower your signal to match their noise, or do you maintain signal and accept that they just cannot receive it? And that's not your fault. I'm telling y'all, most people will lower their signal because that's an easy thing to do. It's an emotional thing to do. That's what you naturally want to do. Doing the best things are always more difficult, y'all. It is what it is. And people lower their signal because they feel like if I get loud enough, they're gonna hear me. I'm gonna just match their energy till they understand. It don't work like that. All you've done is abandon your game. Now, there's two chaotic people, two idiots, two morons, yelling figuratively and literally, and no one's hearing the other. All you've done is become noise. You're just more noise. And once you become noise, you can't go back to signal without some kind of consequence. Everybody saw you break. Everyone watching saw that you abandoned your discipline pretty easy. Everybody watching saw you prove that when you're pressed hard enough, you're gonna leave the board. You ain't built like that. That's what happens when you play chess with pigeons. It ain't like you becoming flexible, you become breakable. That's the proof right there. Now, I have to make a very precise diagnosis, a very serious diagnosis. A human is worse than a pigeon. Pigeons are honest. They're simple. A pigeon is just a pigeon. When a pigeon is knocking over pieces, he's not being strategic. He's just being a pigeon. He has no choice. He's not choosing chaos as a weapon. That's all he is. That's all he has. A pigeon is responding to what it feels in that moment with the only tool that it possesses. It has no way of doing anything else. A pigeon has no capacity for delayed gratification. It cannot plan. It cannot just say, hey, wait a minute, let me think about how I feel right now. It can't process anything. A pigeon cannot hold abstraction. No animal can hold abstraction. A pigeon cannot regulate its own nervous system. A pigeon is literally innocent to its limitations. A pigeon cannot do better because a pigeon does not have the machinery or the mind to do better. It is what it is. Now, I said a human is worse. Look at the human that plays pigeon. Think about this, y'all. Is where real spiritual corruption, where real sickness lives. A human has the full capacity for everything the pigeon lacks. A human can delay gratification. The human can run recursive loops of reasoning in his head. The human can observe their own impulses and choose a different response. A human can correct his errors by reviewing the time. The human has will that can override impulses. A human has all of this capacity, and the human chooses to abandon it. That's crazy, that's wild, that's very alarming. When a human starts playing like a pigeon, the human is not limited. The human is choosing limitation. The human is taking all of the machinery that Allah has given them and saying, I am not using this. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this, that's infinitely worse than being a pigeon. Because a pigeon can't choose. A pigeon can't sit with anger and decide not to react. A human cannot hold in its mind what could happen if it acts now and adjust the behavior based on the future. It can't do that. A human can do all of this. And when a human refuses to do it, that human is not innocent. The pigeon is at least a little bit charming because it has no other way of responding. The human who abandons their capacity is corrupt because they're choosing weakness while they possess so much strength. So let me break down what this looks like in a real live situation. Let's say you having a conversation with somebody. You present a logical argument. It's structured, you have evidence, it's coherent. You put some thought into this. And the person that you're dealing with does not engage with your argument. The person just attacks you. The person like, oh, you think you're so smart. The person starts to make accusations about your character. The person starts playing tit for tat. They start introducing chaos where there was once order. And in that moment, the pigeon nature of the human reveals itself. But notice, this human is not being stupid. This human is choosing not to engage at the level that you brought. This human could think recursively about the conversation. This human could examine and assess their own impulse to attack you. This human also could delay their response and choose something that's more strategic. But this human is choosing not to do so. This human is making an active decision to play at a low level. And that choice is a form of violence. Because this human is using their capacity to recognize the game, their capacity to see what they're doing, and they're using that capacity to make their chaos more effective. Trust me, they know that they're being ridiculous. This is what makes ridiculousness work, because you're engaging with it. The human knows the rules of chess. The human has simply decided that breaking the rules is easier than playing with them. In relationships, someone shows up with consistency, with honesty. They show up with the willingness to have hard conversations and work through conflict. Or you have somebody show up with intensity, with the ability to make you feel alive in the moment, even if they destroy you over time. Most people is gonna choose that intensity over consistency. That's a problem. They're choosing something that's clearly not healthy, but intensity feels real. It's novel. Think about politics. Someone presents a policy. They present evidence, structured arguments. They're basing everything on data versus somebody comes in and shake it up with emotions, spectacle, name calling, and they can, they're trying to make their opponent angry or afraid or excited. The crowd is gonna follow the emotion. They're not making a wise decision. Emotion is just easier. It gives you a hall pass to, you could be like that too. That's pigeon culture. And if you're not careful, this pigeon culture is gonna convince you that playing chess is a problem. It'll convince you that thinking before you speak is weak. It'll convince you that holding to a high standard is too rigid, it's boring. It'll convince you that discipline is fear of being free. And the moment that you believe that is the moment that you lost. I'm telling you right now. It's not a loss to a pigeon, it's a loss to yourself, to you. So let's talk about the violence of playing chess. The answer is never to match them. The answer is not to knock over pieces because they knock over pieces. The answer is not to abandon chess because they did. That's weak and you're following weak people. The answer is to stay in chess. But understand this, staying in chess is not passive. Staying in chess is the most aggressive thing that you can do. Because when you stay in chess, you are not defending, you are not reacting, you are not matching, you are building, you are creating consequence. You're moving with intention while chaos spins around you. Pigeons cannot survive chess. A pigeon can disrupt a game temporarily. A pigeon can make you feel like you're losing. But a pigeon cannot beat you at chess because a pigeon does not have the mental capacity to play chess. The pigeon's only weapon is your abandonment of the game. If you leave the board to match the pigeon won. But if you stay in chess, you keep playing chess only, the pigeon, it has no choice but to reveal itself as exactly what it is, a pathetic little creature making noise. Now, let me explain what staying in chess looks like. When someone attacks you, you do not attack back. Now, I'm not talking about a physical attack. If somebody touches you, you break their fucking hand, like straight away. But most attacks are not physical. You ask a clarifying question. What specifically are you referring to? You stay structural, don't be emotional. Don't let them pull you into a filthy fight. Stay precise. You stay in the language of the game. When someone makes accusations about your character, don't defend your character through emotion. Demonstrate your character through behavior. Stay consistent, stay disciplined. You show up the same way you do every single day. When somebody makes you feel rushed, you slow down. Always think before you respond. Hold your own pace because your game, your life, it matters way more than this person that's over here panicking. We don't reward that kind of behavior. When somebody's trying to make you feel like you're losing, you stay in your position. Never play for somebody else's approval. You play to improve your position. You play because the position is what matters. And you play because your game matters. So let me explain how you deploy violence against this form of entropy. You refuse to lower your bar. You refuse to accept their game as the real game. You stay in chess, baby. And over time, something very remarkable happens. The pigeon either learns to play chess or the pigeon leaves the board. You get out of here because you don't need that kind of energy in your space. Either they get on your program or they fly away. Go ahead, pigeon. Chaos can't sustain itself in the presence of unwavering order. People are going to gravitate to you. You're going to train them without even words, or they have to leave. Entropy will collapse when you stop feeding it with your own chaos. But this requires something that most people just don't have. They don't have the discipline to stay in the game when they look like they're losing in the moment. It requires trust in your game, and your wisdom, and your knowledge, right? It requires knowing that all of these pieces on the chessboard matter. The precision matters. It requires the willingness to be misunderstood while you wait for the understanding to arrive. That's dangerous. I'm showing y'all how to be dangerous men. You see, many men understand this intellectually, but they fail in practice, and in practice is when it matters. Pigeon is loud. When the pigeon is pressing you, when you start to feel that pull toward their aliveness, their presence, that's when a lot of dudes break. But most men say, fuck it, I'm just gonna match them. And the moment you do that, fuck, you lost, bro. You ruined it. You failed the test. You literally just taught your nervous system that your standards are conditional. You just proven that when you're pressed hard enough, you're abandoning everything that you claim that you value. You just showing the world that your chest, it ain't real. You just talk about it. It's performance. And performance will always break under pressure. Principles do not. I'm gonna close by saying this. This is how you turn this theory into actual application, into action. First thing you have to do is recognize a pigeon, bird-ass motherfucker, when you see one. A pigeon does not make arguments. A pigeon makes accusations. A pigeon does not engage your point. A pigeon is just gonna attack you. A pigeon has shown you that they will not play by the rules of human engagement. And when you recognize this, the first instruction is clear, it's crystal clear. You do not spend energy trying to make the pigeon understand. Do not invest in reasoning with someone who's abandoned reason as a tool. Because every moment that you spend trying to convert the pigeon is a moment that you're not playing chess. Maintain absolute consistency in your standard. But do you even have a standard though? If you don't have a standard, I got you. We have a community called the Sacred Society. It's something we've been running for 2 years and I have great passion for it. I spend a lot of time in our community. It is a mentorship, but it's more than that. It's a community, it's a brotherhood, sisterhood, it's women too. We have resource upon resource upon resource built on the foundation of building each other up and ourselves up mentally, physically, financially, and spiritually, which is the most important. If you don't have a SOP for yourself, a SOP for your family or for your crew, you need the Sacred Society. If you don't have a declaration of truth, this is a very practical blueprint or roadmap that you will put together for your life for the year coming. You need the Sacred Society. If you don't have a community of like-minded people who will push you, who will call you out on your bullshit, and who will exalt you when it's due, you need the Sacred Society, okay? The invitation is open. I have a link down below. This link, come on in, I'm gonna give you a guest pass for free. Check it out for a week, all right? We have our own app. We have our own communities, like our own social media. I created this, or my team created this, so we don't have to be on Instagram doom scrolling or being put in a bad mood, engaging in negativity. No, it's all positive. It's not kumbaya, it's not corny, but it's all positive, uplifting information. People talking about positive things, progressive things. We have within it somewhat of our own type of LinkedIn network to where once you join, you put in all of your attributes, what you do, what you're into, so on and so forth. And let's say you're a videographer or photographer and you have that in your information, people looking for that is gonna find you, right? For whatever you do. So we have resources upon resources. This is where I have multi-$1,000 courses all in here for free to the people that's in it, to the members, right? One thing that I mentioned is your body, getting your body right. That's the first thing that all our members have to do is get the body right. And I'm not just saying, come in here and get your body right. I'm providing you everything that you need, the guidance, the plans, the meal plans, etc., so that you can get your body right. I think y'all know about Alpha Shred. We got it right here in the Sacred Society. So anyway, the invitation is open for you. All you gotta do is click the link down below. You take a step to me, I'm gonna take 2 to you. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Peace and assalamu alaikum.